The views and opinions on this show do not necessarily reflect the views of ESPN Tucson 1490 AM, 94.9 HD Channel 4, or the Arizona Lotus Corporation.
Spears and Ali, weekday morning 7 to 9 on 1490 AM, 94.9 HD4 ESPN Tucson.
Out of time, they pulled off the shot. We're going to overtime. And Mr. Backer, you're quite prophetic.
Spears and Ali overtime back here on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. We are presented by Tucson Federal Credit Union, the Volpe team at Nova Home Loans, and Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. We're back after a pretty good Father's Day episode. One of my favorite episodes that we've done, talking about our dads and how awesome they are.
I enjoyed it.
Shout out to all the dads out there. Hopefully everyone had a great Father's Day. Did your kids finally hit you up?
Yeah. I mean, 1 out of 2 ain't bad, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm dadding 50%. I got a text in the morning from one. I'm not going to out anybody. And
50-50.
I was like, sorry, can't celebrate with you. I'm in Phoenix. And I'm like, okay, I'll just respond the way this should be responded to. Thanks. And then the
thumbs up emoji.
Yeah.
The other one called me and said, hey, I just assume we're doing dinner tonight and what's going on. And I'm like, well, I called my father 3 days ago and actually made plans to be with him on Father's Day. So if you want to join us, you should probably let him know. And it's like that happened. And we had dinner, and one came back from Phoenix and one stayed in Phoenix. So
Solid. I played 49er with my dad on Saturday.
Yeah.
We both shot over 100. So I'd like to amend a comment I made in the Father's Day episode where I said my dad was bad at golf.
Yeah.
And to say that I am not any better at golf.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, it does not.
Right.
I have a more consistent swing, but we're still shooting in the hundos.
Love it. We played golf too. Drove up to Poston Butte to play golf at the Poston Butte Golf Club, which has a famous Island 17 green. It's like one of the most famous or iconic holes in the state of Arizona. Really cool island. And you know what? I was like, just don't put it in the water. Just don't put it in the water. And we were dancing. So I got on the green, missed the birdie putt and the par putt. But hey, didn't put it in the water.
Did you get the bogey putt?
I got the bogey putt.
Yeah.
Bogey golf is how we do it.
As long as your score still has a name, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you get on the green and you miss your second putt, it's got to be good at that point.
Yeah.
Did you give yourself the putt or did you make the bogey putt?
I made the bogey putt.
Was it right next to the hole or was it 3 or 4 feet?
No, it was right next to the hole.
Yeah. So can I tell you my biggest takeaway from our overtime Father's Day edition last week?
What's that?
My biggest overtime is how unpredictable life is and what it took for all three of us to be in the same room together, because your parents got together because of a concert t-shirt and a happenstance meeting at an airport.
Yeah.
Where your mom took the $20 and then had the integrity to call your dad. And actually she bought him the concert t-shirt when he gave her the $20 to buy a Phil Collins shirt.
Yeah.
Your parents are here because your mom's car broke down. And for whatever reason, after being here after a couple of years, and I'm assuming because I've met your mother and I know she makes friends, working at a Marriott, going to school, of all the people she could have called, it was some dude she met at a bar who gave her his number. And that same night, she watched him get into an altercation outside the bar in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. And she called him.
Yep.
And my parents met because my uncles and aunts on both sides of the family somehow knew each other and set up my parents when my dad went back to Iran in kind of, somewhat of a, hey, this would be a good idea. Why don't we arrange this kind of marriage, right? Do you guys know how crazy it is that the three of us are sitting in this room together?
Mm-hmm.
Like how just the universe is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. It's just amazing, really.
Yeah.
And it goes back decades. I mean, so many years. Little things had to have happened in order for the three of us to all be on radio. And then, you go back, recently, think about the Arizona Bowl, right? I think that's why you came on the show when I interviewed you that one time, because my predecessor, Zach Clark, went to Detroit and he took a job there. and ESPN Tucson, they were looking for kind of like a temporary guy, a guy who could just come in as the interim host, and maybe they can make things long term. And so ESPN Tucson reached out to me, and they were like, "Hey, you're one of our best interns. You do a podcast for the Arizona Daily Star. Like, I think that this could be good for the short term, and maybe it can turn into something if you want to." And so I took it, and then eventually they decided to keep me full time. And we did an interview with the Arizona Bowl after we had moved to Lotus already. And our old boss, Ken, he heard an interview with Ali and myself talking about the Arizona Bowl, or maybe it was the Sugar Skulls. I don't know.
No, it wasn't the Sugar Skulls at that point. It
wasn't.
There was no Sugar Skulls.
No, it was, because we had Marcus Coleman on, the former head coach at the old studio at Scripps.
Is that right?
So I think it was either something with the Sugar Skulls or Arizona Bowl. It was football related, and we had a good time. And Ken came in and said, Justin, could use an extra voice. He's, just getting into the business. He's young. He's still growing. You guys have a chemistry that I could see right here. I think you guys would be great together. What do you guys think? And that's how Spears and Ali happened. Well, it was us, as a tandem, and then it was still called the Sports Exchange.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get rid of that name from the get-go, and they were like, no, it's got to be the Sports Exchange. I'm like, it's such a fucking terrible name. It's so bad. Like, no disrespect to the previous guy who wanted to name it the Sports Exchange, but like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't get it. So
it's like a secondhand sports equipment store.
That's what
it's like played against
it's
sports,
played
right?
against sports.
It's like the Sports Exchange. We exchanged with you your old bat for this old glove.
Yeah.
Exchange.
Yep.
Dumb.
You've been exchanged. So yeah,
you've been exchanged.
When we rebranded, dude, and it's got to be our brand, right? It's been perfect, and I've been kind of hounding our management here for a while. Like, we need more Spears and Ali apparel and stuff like that. I'm going to continue as you guys know, when I get something in my mind, I don't let it go, right? And I'm going to keep on that crusade. But let me ask you this:
you're like a dog with a bone.
I am. We're going to talk about dogs in a second. I want to know, when Ken came to you and said, "Hey, look, you're doing a good job on the show yourself. How would you feel about a co-host?" I'll tell you from my perspective, what my kind of reflections on it were. Were you like, "Oh shit, am I not doing a good job? I don't want anybody to be co-host with me"? Were you hesitant about it, for it? What was your feelings?
Because a lot of young people in any industry, they tend to have an ego.
Yeah.
Kind of a know-it-all mindset. And I've always tried to maintain the mindset that I really don't know shit. And if I can just continue to listen and observe, and be observant of people who are in this industry and who've done it for several years, if I can just be that guy and absorb everything and continue to grow, that's going to pay off for me in the long run. So I'm going to put my ego to the side, and let's do this. And, I've always thought that a sports talk radio show, especially in the afternoons for 3 hours, man, it needs an extra voice. It really does. Like, I prefer my radio shows to have a lot of back and forth. I like the commentary. I love the conversation. Just going on me by myself and yapping for 3 hours, that was exhausting.
I bet.
It was so exhausting. And so I looked at it like this: like, Ken wants to help me out. He sees a lot of potential in you and us. And, I need an extra voice. And if I can get the guy who is not only a very successful lawyer, but a guy who is chairman of the Arizona Bowl, is also part owner of the Sugar Skulls. He's also a high school football coach too. Like, I'm not just getting just this random schmuck that they found that just wants to talk about sports. I'm getting a guy who's
very
like
specific schmuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a random schmuck.
Yeah. A gilded schmuck.
Yeah.
I'm getting a guy who's in the trenches, kind of, who's in the field, that can relate to a lot of things, that can understand the changes that are going on in college athletics, because you're a part of it. So I was all for it, man.
Those afternoon days, especially when I was coaching, was hard, man. Because I come in at 3, so I had to get in early to get my work done for the job that pays the bills, and then I came in at 3, and then I'd have to leave at 5 because I had to make practice by like 5:15, 5:30. On Monday, I think it was just Tuesday and Thursday is when I started. And I remember Ken's like, "So you do a really good job on the radio." I'm like, "Hey, thanks, man." He's like, "And you, Justin, were really good together." I'm like, "Thanks." He's like, "You wouldn't consider being a co-host." I'm like, "Look, not naming any names, there's plenty of people in town that are like, I have a radio show, but they pay to be on the air. They pay the station." I'm like, "I'm not paying to be on the radio." He's like, no, I'm not talking about that. We'll give you some stuff in trade." I'm like, "Look, Ken, no offense, but I got to get paid. Like, I need to be paid something. It doesn't have to be a lot for me to be on." Ultimately, we got there, and then we kind of started. And, frankly, I was telling my buddy from Denver last night, it's like, I don't care how tired I am, what mood I'm in. When I come into the station in the morning, within the first 10 minutes, I already feel better. And I walk out of here with a pep in my step. So I don't seems to be working, dude. And I enjoy it. I think our show's gotten better and better. I think the move to the morning, which you've been calling for a long time, has been outstanding. And you can't describe what it is or like that chemistry, but we have it. I mean, the three of us have it. And, I'll just tell when we're off the air, it's not like some radio shows where the two co-hosts don't even talk to each other. Right. Like, we're having probably more fun, interesting, not FCC appropriate conversations when we're off the air than we're on the air. So I'm very appreciative of this opportunity. I wish there was a way we could do this where it would be like, oh, this is, if somebody came to me and said, "Hey, we want your show and you guys are going to be compensated in a way that fits what I want my lifestyle to be," I don't know if I'd say no.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this question, because I was thinking about this after we were talking about the U.S. Open with Bryson DeChambeau winning his second U.S. Open. And I'm honestly curious about this. Now, that the United States, our like table of measurements, the measurements we use, inches, feet, yards.
Yeah, the imperial system.
Imperials, thank you. It's not really used in most of the rest of the world. They go by the metric system.
Yeah, it's like us in England.
Right. Okay, cool. Golf started, I think, by all accounts, in Scotland, in Europe, right? So
hit a ball into a gopher hole.
But when they talk about golf, like when the British Open is played, or they play tournaments in Europe, it's like, oh, he's got 150 yards into the hole. When did they start using yards for golf? Because when golf originated, did they use meters? Did they use another form of measurement, and it just kind of America kind of took it over?
Damn, those gummies were kicking your ass last night. Oh man!
Unfortunately, I was stone cold sober, man. I was like, I wonder, did they used to measure golf distances differently than they do now because it started in countries that didn't use the imperial system?
It's a good question.
When did it become? When did it become yards?
Damn.
Well, wouldn't Scotland have used yards?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know the answer.
Because I mean, they
were a colony, basically a British colony. So maybe. I
think it just might be. It's
always been like that.
Well, I think it might be sport specific. Like how they use yards in football, but I think they use meters in rugby and stuff like that.
I mean, they use it in swimming.
Meters?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, nonsensical things I think about. When did it become? Did they used to measure it different, and then just as the game grew and the United States became more prominent in the golf game, everybody just started using yards, or was it used in the beginning? It was he's got the 4-meter putt. Yeah.
So, according to this post on Quora.com.
Yeah. Half-ass internet research. We love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 15th, in the 18th century, they were still using Old English units of measurement, and the distance units of inches, feet, yards, and miles that eventually became imperial in 1824 were already in use. Metric was not invented until around 1798 in France and didn't become officially used in Great Britain until 1965. So
just like the French, right? No, we're going to use a different form of measurement. We're like poo.
Yeah.
So golf was invented in Scotland in the 1400s, where they used yards for distance about 300 or more years before metric was developed. And then it was another 65 years before metric was adopted by the UK.
Interesting.
Huh.
Very interesting. Okay, thank you for answering my question.
So there literally wasn't a metric system for them to switch to.
No. All right. So that's the things we don't know. Also, we kind of talked about it. Like, why is it called a hot dog? Right? What's the dog? Right? And we were kind of talking. It was like, oh, the guy that invented hot dogs is like, all right, that looks like a penis. He's like, yeah, hot dicks. We're gonna get packs of 6, 8, 12 of hot dicks. And the guy's like, we can't really use that word because I think some people would be offended. And he's like, okay, well, how about hot dongs? And he's like, hot dog? No, dongs. I think dog is better. Was that how it became hot dog?
I think so.
Because that seems like that would be the conversation of the original. I've created this new food product called hot dicks. It went from dicks to dongs and then to dogs.
Dongs very, very briefly.
Yes. But I think what we found out is like the wiener, the Frankfurter, was originated in Germany. Frankfurt, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And Frankfurter.
Yeah.
And
not to blow your minds, everybody on the podcast.
But there were allegations that they used dog meat instead of the pig. And they just became hot dogs.
Yeah,
I appreciate that they ran with it.
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, the term dog has been used as a synonym for sausage since the 1800s, possibly from accusations that the sausage makers used dog meat in their sausages. In Germany, the consumption of dog meat was common in Saxony, Silesia, Anhalt, Bavaria, and Bavaria during the 19th and 20th centuries. Hot dogs occasionally contained it. An early use of the term hot dog in reference to the sausage meat appears in Evansville Daily Courier. That's in Indiana. And they said, even in the Wienerwurst man will be barred from dispensing hot dog on the street corner.
So we're a couple weeks away from our Independence Day in our nation. And the hot dog is a staple of the 4th of July, also known as Justin's birthday celebration day.
Yeah.
Where the entire nation of the United States shoots fireworks for Justin's birthday. Do you think many people that are eating a hot dog realize that the word came from the fact that at times dogs were used for this product?
I guarantee you the vegans know that.
Yeah.
You really shouldn't be eating that. It's unethical. And I'm like, sauerkraut.
Yeah. And we're going to carry on the Justin birthday 4th of July tradition of all three of us sending pictures to each other, eating a hot dog, pinkies up.
Yes.
Yes.
Deal.
Don't let me down.
Are you even going to watch the hot dog contest this year?
No, not anymore. There's no point.
No Joey Chestnut?
No, it's a bubble ring for whoever wins it. It's a Mickey Mouse ring for whoever wins it. Like Joey Chestnut.
The way he derides the bubble while he also champions it.
Oh. No, that's a real championship, okay?
Yeah.
That's like pure basketball. No home court advantage, no nothing. You hit the reset button. The bubble ring, that's a real championship. But a lot of people like to diminish it, so I put asterisks next to it. And whoever wins the hot dog eating contest this year is not the real champion. You got it because the greatest of all time is unable to participate. Like the man has a world record of eating 72 or something like that?
Something like that.
72 glizzies. 72 hot dogs.
What's a glizzy? Is that
Hot dog?
Never heard of that.
It's a kind of a newer term. that
Yeah.
the kids are using nowadays?
A glizzy.
A glizzy?
76 is his world record
76. Wow.
in 10 minutes.
That is the most
76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes.
That's the most American stat ever. 76 on the 4th of July.
And then you got the
hot dogs.
Then you got the Nathan's lemonade chug too.
Oh, Badlands?
Badlands has not been barred from that one as far as I know. I want to see if we can get Badlands on overtime, man. Badlands rules.
Who's Badlands?
I
He's
believe
like
it's
Vince Wilfork.
I believe it's I
All
think
pro, no tackle.
yeah, Eric Badlands Booker.
Oh, he drinks the lemonade.
Yeah, and he's got. I mean, the dude is crazy. His YouTube channel is
Yeah, he's like
a
drinking boots.
Yeah, it's like a scientific like marvel. This guy.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
I'm not
No.
being judgy, okay? But it's going to seem like I'm being judgy, and secretly I might be being judgy.
Sure.
What is it that you find entertaining about somebody putting as much of anything in their mouth as quickly as possible? What is fun about that?
Well, I mean, once a year, it's entertaining to watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
That's my question, because a lot of things can happen once a year, right? Like it's like, oh, he rubs his legs with cheese graters for 5 minutes and then goes in a hot bathtub of rubbing alcohol. That could be once a year. That doesn't make it entertaining to me. So what is it about gorging as much hot dogs, lemonade, whatever it is, in your mouth as fast as possible? And it's not like this is a new thing. There's been eating contests for years, for
Sure.
for centuries. What makes it entertaining specifically to you guys? Because I never watched one, and I have no interest in ever watching one.
Name any other country. Name another country that's doing hot dog eating contest.
Let's do it like we're doing it.
Okay,
That's the thing. It's like it's
Are we-
pride, baby.
It
pride.
I don't. For me, it's not even that. I think it's mostly just that it's fucking impressive. It's
Yeah.
just like you're just like you have to kind of sit there in awe of someone like Joey Chestnut, who is like not a striking dude.
No,
Like he does not come off as an athlete.
It looks like he's a part of your IT department.
yeah,
at work.
exactly. And then he gets up there and he's just like got this superhuman ability to like stomach all this food. And I think for me, it's just like impressive.
Yeah.
Because like I've always been like the guy that's like, oh, they have an eating challenge here. That'd be kind of fun to like. I've never done one because
Yeah.
I know I wouldn't finish because I don't have that dog in me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if I could fit all that stuff in there, but like someone who can, I'm like, damn.
And I also think the fact that we're watching the Michael Jordan of eating in Joey Chestnut, the fact that he goes in every single year and wins it. And before him, it was Kobayashi. So now you got Kobayashi, Joey Chestnut, who's going to have apparently a Netflix special coming
Yeah,
up here in
I
September.
think they're doing a one-on-one eating. Like I think it actually is maybe like a hot dog eating competition on Netflix just between the two of them.
yeah,
Which
So
is crazy.
which I saw that. So I mean,
I'm
I've seen the
excited for that.
commercials, or seen the highlights. Sometimes they show it on Sports Center.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my other thing, right? Okay, I just don't agree with you guys. I think it's like stupid, but
Why do you think it's stupid?
but here's the thing.
it's not a sport. And
Well, sure. Nobody's
And
saying
if
it's a
look, if
sport.
I'm gonna have a hot dog eating contest, you should have to eat it like a hot dog, not dump the bread in water and then chop 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 chop. Like if you're gonna have a hot dog eating contest, put it in the bun and eat hot dogs. I want to see how many you can do that way, motherfucker.
Oh, so you're saying that the water is like the juice era? We're watching
It's not really a
we're
hot.
watching steroid usage.
It's not a hot
for
dog.
hot dog
It's
eaters?
not a hot dog eating contest.
I mean, it's still a hot dog, just wet.
No.
That's all it is.
No,
Just a little
I mean,
wet.
you can't eat the hot dog without the bread on it.
Well, I mean, they're still eating the bread.
But they're dipping it in water.
Well, in order to get the count, you do have to eat a sausage, and the bun does have to go down. Like you can't eat 50 sausages and then just gorge on bread.
I get it, man, but you should eat it together. Eat it like a hot dog.
And they do. They
It's
just
like,
wet it.
oh, we have a pizza eating contest. Cool. I'm going to have raw mozzarella, some tomato sauce that I just drank, and throw in some pepperonis. I mean, that's not a pizza eating contest. That's a mozzarella sliced pepperoni. And
Is it a pizza eating contest if the pizza is made and then you take off all the toppings and eat the toppings?
no,
real
you
quick
have to
and
eat it like a pizza. No,
So it's form over function.
It's
What
not
if you
e-
fold it?
you can fold it. Cool.
Okay. Fold
Cool.
But then it's a taco.
That's like New York style, baby. John Travolta walking down the street, Saturday Night Fever. one of the most iconic scenes of any movie. that pizza's still delicious. So, I work so hard on my hair every day, and then he comes home and he hits it. He hits my hair.
Hits my hair.
Yeah.
But then there's the like, you have like the like wonton eating like competition, and they just eat wontons like straight up.
Okay.
So is that
It's a wonton eating, then fine.
so
I mean,
that
it's like, what's with the? I mean, I can't imagine like this. Did this start at county fairs in the United States? Was it other countries?
No, I think this was very much a Coney Island thing.
Was
It was like, hey, we're gonna have a bunch of people out, and if you eat the most hot dogs, you get a prize or something. Justin's doing some internet research right now, but I'm almost positive it was like, yeah,
brought to you by X-Lax.
Yeah.
kind of.
When you gorge yourself on food, pop in an X-Lax. It'll all come out. I mean,
It'll all come out.
yeah.
Yeah. So apparently the first recorded Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest was taking place on July 4th, 1972 at Coney Island in Brooklyn. However,
Don't they still do it at Coney Island?
yes,
Yeah.
there is an urban legend out there
Uh-oh.
that the contest began in 1916, the year Nathan Handworker opened his hot dog stand on the island. So the Nathan was the Nathan was all over here starting hot dog contests back in the early 1900s, like
I mean, selling the shit out of hot dogs.
pre-Great Depression, having hot dog eating contests. Pre-Great Depression.
Wow.
Think about that.
What about during the Great Depression?
And then they had the Great Depression. They were like, damn it. I really took to eating hot dogs for granted, man. We were just over here just getting greedy, eating all the hot dogs we wanted, and I can't fucking buy them.
Yeah. Did they have eating contests during the Depression?
I don't think they did.
Because then I'm like, you're standing in bread lines for government cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
And, the potato soup with a loaf of bread. And it's like, okay, how many eating contests can I enter into? Then it makes sense. Right. And then you've got like, well, I'm bringing my family of 4. I don't care about winning. We're going to actually feed the family. Yeah. It's I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's gross. Like when I watch it, it's gross. The whole thing dipping the bread in the water is gross.
That is pretty nice.
I don't like it.
I will say that the Nathan's hot dog eating competition is probably the single, like, kind of just like visually disgusting of those competitions.
Yeah.
Because you have like other ones like the wonton one where they're just popping them down. And so it's not difficult to look at. They just look uncomfortable. But the hot dog one, yeah, when you got Joey Chestnut and he's got just bun residue on his shirt, that's a little rough.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's the Michael Jordan of eating hot dogs. So
I just the
watching
whole Michael
him-
Jordan of eating hot dogs. Like, put some respect on Jordan's name, man. You don't even equate him to that.
I mean, if you're saying you're the Michael Jordan of something, you're the greatest at what you do,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know. Peyton Pritchard is the Michael Jordan of special teams players in the NBA. Somebody said that Peyton Pritchard is the first special teams player in NBA history. That's his, I don't know.
He's good at half court shots. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's all he does.
I tell you that he can make half court shots.
But I think
so
that
what is his the Charles Dahmer?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer? Was he the Michael?
He was the Michael
Jordan of being a cannibal, or
no? That was John Wayne Gacy.
Did John Wayne Gacy eat people?
Did he eat people?
No, he was just
I
a
don't think he
serial
did.
killer.
Oh, just a serial killer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Michael Jordan of eating people, of killing. Yeah. So whenever you say like you're the Michael Jordan of somebody,
There's some the tribe in the middle of nowhere, Central America. It's like,
What the fuck?
yeah. Oh, you Americans think you're the greatest in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like, well, no, you play in the Cupcake Conference.
You playing a cupcake.
You're playing against retired firefighters and plumbers.
Yeah, you're eating plumbers.
Yeah. All right. Well, for the record, I don't get eating contests. I don't get it.
Do you get like food challenges at like restaurants? Like, is that
What do you mean?
Like you gotta
Like-
eat like a 6-pound steak in
Yeah.
X amount of time.
like at
And you get it for free?
yeah. Like at, I think Trident Grill has like their Navy SEAL challenge, and it's like
Yeah.
a pound of fries and like a 6-patty burger or some crazy shit. And you have
Yeah.
like, I think you have 20 minutes
Yeah.
or something like that.
And let me just tell you, Navy SEAls are not eating that, so I don't know why they call it Navy SEAls. No, I never. No.
Because it's owned by a Navy vet.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. Well, let's see. No. I mean, I just like. I like food. Like, I want to enjoy my food. It's not how much can I eat as fast as I can eat it.
Now, let's say this. What is that one food item that if no one was looking
Yeah.
and you were by yourself, you would just go to town?
One food item?
Yeah, or a couple, whatever comes to mind.
What do you mean go to town?
Let's say like
Like,
you're
what do I don't understand. What
you're
that
just
means.
like, dude, I am so hungry. I could eat a house right now.
Yeah.
I want to eat something so bad, but I'm by myself. I got this double Western bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah. So
You
let
gonna
me
go to
just be
town?
clear. There's nothing that I eat that I'm like afraid anybody's gonna watch me. So
Okay.
like whatever I eat, if you would like to watch me eat, be in a room with me while I eat it, I'm good with that.
But like going to town on it to the point where you're like putting down that double Western in like 2 bites.
I don't know if I could do that, man. I mean, the double Western bacon cheeseburger, sure. Carl's Jr., love it. Pizza. I can get on a pizza run. I'm not very like, I guess the way you look like going to town, there's like a sexual connotation to it. It makes me really uncomfortable, Justin. And I think you need to maybe reflect on your relationship with food. It's just like, I don't know what you're making love to, but
Sonoran hot dog.
yeah, let's just say that Sonoran hot dog. It's very uncomfortable in that relationship with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Its last moments are the ones that we'd rather not remember.
I mean, when you say like going to town, it's like, isn't there like when you have something that if you're hungry or not hungry, if you're hungry and it's something that you really, really enjoy, don't you try to savor it instead of getting it down your gullet as fast as possible?
Sure.
What if it's like a 6-patty version of something that I really enjoy and I have 20 minutes to eat it and I get it for free?
Again, we're not on the same page.
It's a lot of what I love and I can get it for free.
Yeah. Way to challenge yourself. It's all about the enduring human spirit and what can we accomplish when we really push ourselves. Himalayas or the 6-patty cheeseburger and a basket of fries. 6-patty cheeseburger and a basket of fries.
I find it inspiring.
You do? Really?
Now let's say you got a hot dog, 4th of July. What are you putting on that thing?
It depends. What kind of hot dog are we talking? Are we talking like Nathan's Famous? Or
Nathan's
we talking
Famous
brats? Are we talking Polish sausages?
Nathan's Famous.
Probably like onions, relish, mustard. I'm really a big ketchup guy on hot dogs.
Yeah. Putting on some nacho cheese, maybe some jalapenos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a strong move.
Onions,
a little bit of onion. Yep, there you go. And then if there's no jalapeno cheese, I like relish, onions, and ketchup. I wish I liked mustard. I don't.
The whole thing,
relish, onions, and ketchup.
Oh yeah,
the ketchup's so sweet.
Yeah, and the onions are so tangy.
Mm.
It's really good. I love ketchup. Farhangs are known for a lot of things. One of them is we love ketchup.
Uh-huh.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Mo too?
Not so much Mo, but my son.
Fuck.
Are
you a ketchup on eggs guy?
Oh hell yeah.
You monster.
Oh no.
You fucking monster.
No.
Mix it with the hash browns and the yolk gets in all in there. It's great.
What the fuck?
I go to town on that, fellas. Oh yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, my son will eat a grilled cheese and he'll take a quarter of the ketchup bottle with the grilled cheese. We love ketchup.
Wow. You like ketchup, but you don't like mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise sucks.
Or mustard.
But
No.
they're the same texture
No.
and same.
No, mayonnaise is like a white gelatinous, gross. No, they're not the same texture. It's tomatoes, vinegar, a little bit of sugar. It's good.
I'm so taken aback right now.
Damn it. Damn it.
Because I love mixing ketchup and mayonnaise. I know you do too, Andrew.
Yeah, you guys are barbarians.
Mayo ketchup,
You
man.
guys are barbarians.
Hell yeah.
Goes great with fries.
When I was going to
Good
school
shit.
in Cambridge,
I just dip my fries in mayo.
when I was going to school in Cambridge, like they've got all those little vending places where you can get fish and chips. You can get them anywhere. They put it like the little paper cone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always say, I'd want no mayonnaise. And they would always look at me and be like, really? I'm like, yeah, look at you. I don't want to look like you. You pasty ass, bad teeth, mother fricker. By the way, you had a 13 colony lead and you blew it.
That's my favorite 4th of July shirt. 13 Colony lead. You fucking blew it.
Yeah.
Blew it. Greatest comeback story ever.
Oh man.
That, Kim Kardashian, and then a couple of maybe Edmonton Oilers.
I need to the podcast listeners need to chime in on this one. Eggs and ketchup, war crime or not?
Oh my god! And then when that ketchup mixes with the egg yolk and the hash brown, and then you take that toast and you kind of,
Man.
great.
I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't eat it. I'm not a very picky eater, but like, what the hell, man?
Man, I never said I wasn't a riddle. I mean, my mom used to make me. You guys might find this gross, but you take up. I love it, and I haven't had it in a long time. But you take Doritos
On a sandwich?
nacho, of course.
Okay.
You crunch up the Doritos, and then if you crunch up Doritos, you can crunch up a lot of Doritos in a bowl. Then you take yogurt and you mix it together.
What kind of yogurt?
Plain yogurt.
Okay.
Plain yogurt, Doritos.
I can understand where that's coming from.
I'm not turned off by that.
It's really good.
It's almost like savory cottage cheese at that point.
Kind of. Yeah. So
Fascinating. Now, my brother growing up, Joshua Spears, a shout out to him. We went golfing over the weekend on Father's Day. He would actually do hot Cheetos and dip it in cream cheese and eat it like that.
I get that. That was like my favorite little snack at the U of A, at the Student Union, Louis' lower level, is they would have hot, salty pretzels, and they give you a little container of cream cheese, and then the pretzels and cream cheese to me is like, if you're like, hey, you want a cheap meal? I'd be like, give me a hot pretzel with cream cheese.
Oh yeah.
Going over to Wetzel's in the mall.
Yep.
It's just, but it's good. But there was something about Louis' lower level that those pretzels and cream cheese was, man.
I'm curious.
Right next to the game room.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
When you went to the U of A, what was the student union like?
Oh, it's nothing.
Okay.
It was like a cafeteria.
Okay. I wonder like what kind of food places were in there.
They had a pretzel place downstairs next to there was a video arcade.
Yeah.
And then upstairs, I mean, it wasn't like now. I mean, it was like everything was like kind of a U of A production.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a Starbucks in there or anything like that.
Okay.
And there was like a cafeteria, and it was like a school cafeteria. It's basically what it was. Was not much to it. I don't think I really ever ate there.
Oh,
except for the pretzels and cream cheese.
I was there all the time.
Yeah.
All the damn time. And they had, I guess I could do it now because I'm not going to say his full name. I don't want to get him in trouble. But so when Andrew and I went to the U of A, the restaurants that were in there were Burger King, which then turned into Steak and Shake. Right?
I don't know.
But it was always Burger King when I was there.
After getting the position with the radio station, the student radio station, I never went to the main union anymore.
Okay. Well, it was a Burger King there, in case you didn't know. So there's a Burger King there. Across the way was a Panda Express. There was also a deli, a Chick-fil-A. On Deck Deli is the best. And freshman year.
You had a hookup, didn't you?
So remember I told you during the show on Wednesday that I hung out with the hockey kids and I would party with them, hang out with them. They got me to chew. I was an upper decky guy.
Yeah.
Chewed wintergreen grizzly. And then a year and a half into it, I was like, this is gross. Hit the side of my tongue weird one day. And I'm like, I'm never chewing ever again. And I never looked back. But with hanging out with those hockey guys, I met this one guy at a party. And his name is Johnny. And Johnny, straight up, his actual name is Johnny. And Johnny was like, oh, yeah, I always see you with the hockey guys. You're always hanging out at the student union. I'm always On Deck. If you ever want like a sandwich or a bagel sandwich or whatever, like just hit me up, man. I'll hook you up. And every time Johnny was working, I would get there and I would get a bagel sandwich and he would hook it up every time. But we had a system that I would go up to him at the cash register, take out my wallet, pull out like a gift card that looked like a card, swipe my Blockbuster card, swipe my Fandango gift card, make it look like I'm swiping my card, give Johnny Nux. All right, man. See you in a couple days. And Johnny, my man, gave me so many free sandwiches. one of the best things ever in college. That man was just an absolute godsend. Thank you.
Well, that's what happens, man. I mean, you're one of the best karate guys in the valley, and then you get the wrong coach, and he tells you to sweep the leg on Ralph Macchio, and the next thing you know, you're just working in a deli shop, giving away free sandwiches.
Johnny.
But Sensei, I can't.
So
do I need to repeat myself? No, Sensei. Sweep the leg.
Yeah, Johnny was the best.
One leg flamingo, baby. Right in the face.
Always got an everything bagel with turkey, jalapeno cream cheese, bell peppers, and sprouts.
Good thing you added the sprouts to that, Justin.
With what?
Just make it a balanced meal.
The jalapeno cream cheese and everything bagel.
Yeah. I have bacon, turkey, ham, and jalapeno cream cheese, everything bagel, one slice of tomato. Healthy.
It's healthy. And a Diet Coke.
And a Diet
Coke.
Yep.
And a Diet Coke.
For balance.
Other than the hot dog, what is your favorite side dish on 4th of July?
Side dish.
Yeah, you don't just eat the hot dog. You eat something with the hot dog, right?
Yeah.
What? French fries? Tater tots?
Typically,
Chips?
at my family's barbecues, it's like
Potato
it's like a burger.
Oh, burger is the side.
Yeah.
Or the hot dog's the side. The burger and the hot dog live together. And I don't know, maybe like chips, a good like onion dip. Or since we were talking about cream cheese, you get 2 blocks of cream cheese, right? And a can of El Pato hot sauce, the like one that comes in like the little squat can, the yellow can with the duck on it.
Yeah.
Hence the name. And you just fucking mix all that shit together. It makes a great cheese dip.
Ooh. That sounds lovely.
It's great.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
So that, yeah.
When I put the jalapeno cheese with the jalapenos and onions on my hot dog, I really like me some baked beans on the side.
Good baked beans.
And just kind of the hot dog all goes together.
Gets all beanie.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Big fan of beans. I like beans.
I'm with you
You
on the
put
beans.
ketchup on your beans? Although I guess it's already kind of in ketchup.
Yeah. If it mixes in, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
If it mixes in.
A good potato salad is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mayonnaise. Sorry. What about like macaroni salad?
Alexis puts bacon in her potato salad. Ugh.
Macaroni salad doesn't have mayonnaise in it.
Some of them do.
Some of them
Most
do.
of them do. But like Primanti Brothers in Pittsburgh, like famous sandwich shop, they put coleslaw on their sandwiches and fries. And I talked to the guy and I'm like, I don't know if I want the coleslaw. And he just looked at me and goes, there's no mayonnaise, bro. I'm like, okay, put the coleslaw. You guys, sometime in your life, got to get to Pittsburgh and have Primanti Brothers.
Yeah.
That you want to say what will I go to town on?
Primanti Brothers.
The Pittsburgher at Primanti Brothers. Oh man, there's just so many good sandwiches there.
Do you always get the Pittsburgher?
No, there's another one that's got it's their traditional one. You go with somebody, they get one, you get the other, you go half.
Okay.
With a good cold beer. Oh, it's magnificent. I think this year, the Steelers for me is I'm going to go. I think if Xavier ends up going to Georgetown for law school, Commanders game right after the election. So
I'll say, be careful, brother. Going to DC during an election year at that time of the year.
I know, man.
Man,
I know.
You're chasing tornadoes.
Hopefully staying out of the way. I don't know if I'll be going to the Capitol. Let's just say that. All right. And then the second place, I think I'm going to go in December. I think I'm going to Philadelphia. Go experience Eagles, Lincoln Field.
Oh,
Eagles,
man,
Steelers.
Take Matt Man with you.
Matthew Martin.
Yeah. No.
Man, you as an opponent going into Philadelphia.
Yeah, buddy.
Are you ready for that?
I'm ready.
All right.
I mean, at that point in
Pittsburgh fans
time, he
there.
would have already been to DC. So
There'll be Pittsburgh fans there.
Yeah.
I am an obnoxious Steelers fan, but internally, I'm not an obnoxious Steelers fan externally.
I don't know what that means.
What?
It means the way I root the Steelers should in no way bother anybody around me because it's all like my angst and stress and motherfucker. I'm never, I'm never saying anything that if you were a fan of the other team, like, have you guys been to sports bars?
Yes.
Never.
And
There's always that one guy that's just yelling.
Every single 4-yard run. Let's go. Oh, complete pass. That guy is annoying.
I can't stand
right?
that guy.
So I don't do that.
Don't be
I don't do that. But yeah, most of it is just like, oh, let's go. All right, first down. It's like everything is kind of, it's intense, but subdued.
Yeah. It's
like a burning hot sun inside of myself.
Yeah. It's like when you hold in a sneeze and give yourself an aneurysm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If I were to pass, if one of the ways me dying and passing on is watching the Steelers game and being really stressed out is not out of the realm of possibilities.
Man, you just reminded me of the worst people who watch sports. The guy at the sports bar clapping at literally everything.
Hate that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Hate that guy. And I'm going to tell you, man, I was at the U of A baseball regional game.
Yeah.
When they played Grand Canyon. And we had, shout out to Ray Flores from, El Charro, C Charro, all his restaurants. Ray's like, why don't you sit with me? So I'm like right behind home plate, 3 rows, right? And we're having a good time. And there's a U of A fan literally like 2 rows above us. And he's standing up and he's like, go Cats! And just like, woo! And then he like turns around and he's like trying to start the.
And nobody's following along.
And I'm like, and literally, my girlfriend is a pacifist. She looks at me and goes, I need you to punch him in the face. I'm like, really? I can punch him in the face? And she's like, yeah, I need you to punch him in the face. So I just turn around and go, hey, buddy, came here to watch the Cats. And he just kind of looked at me. He was like in his 60s. I'm like, and I just kind of turned around. But yeah, there was this liquored up dude.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're rooting for your team or against your team, but the guy that thinks that he's the color commentator live in the stands.
Yeah.
Or the mascot or the cheer coach. That guy sucks.
You know who's like that?
Who?
Arizona basketball fans.
No. Well, some. Yeah, some. But
yeah.
No broad brushes, baby.
But see, here's the thing. Like the people who yell at the referees, you can do that because the referee could kind of hear you, right?
Yeah.
Like you're close enough to where the referees can hear you.
Yeah. And I never say anything bad. Like I say something like, hey, ref, I know you're trying your best, but you missed that one. You owe us one, right? Or, hey.
I doubt it comes out that civil.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. It appears you may have miscalled that play. Perhaps later in the game, you could miscall one in our favor. Thank you. And then you sit down. Excuse me. Listen, no disrespect. I just disagree with the call. Yeah. I would appreciate it if you gave us one later. Yeah. I don't think you're so civil.
Yeah. I mean,
come on, ref! Get off your knees! You're blowing the game! One of those hitters.
I don't really feel comfortable having this conversation anymore.
I mean, I will say I'm the ref heckler at like hockey games for sure.
Yeah. But I try to say something where it's not like, you are a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I hope your house burns. No, I don't do that. Like I usually say something where
it's got to be witty.
Somebody turns around and goes, that was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
But the point I'm trying to make here is that you're actually close enough to where you could say something and the referee could hear you.
Yeah.
I've been at McHale Center and I see guys that are like in the bleeders.
Yeah, dodging planes.
Like, what? You're fucking like they're over here yelling at the referee. It's like, why are you wasting your energy? They can't hear you, man. Like
the passion.
Yeah. I mean, they hear this. So
I never understood like those kind of people.
All right, guys.
You got to take advantage of those quiet moments in the stadiums. Like I'll never forget once I was sitting, I was at a Sugar Skulls game. We were playing the Strike Force and this was in like 2021, I think, something like that. And it was, for whatever reason, it got dead fucking quiet. at kickoff, and it was like third quarter. I don't know. It was just, but it was like pin drop silence, and I just went, "San Diego sucks."
Everybody heard it on the broadcast.
Everybody heard it, dude. Like that. So you gotta take grasp of the right moment.
Timing is everything. I mean,
Timing
I
is everything in
have
life.
gotten a little animated at times at Sugar Skulls games, and I'm like, like
I have a screenshot of you from that game where they won on the return field goal.
yeah,
The
Oh
block.
yeah, that was one of the craziest games ever.
yeah. And I'm like,
You're just a blur.
I'm like, literally, dude. Like, as mean as I get as literally nobody came here to watch you.
Mhm.
So like you're missing. It's like you've thrown every flag for them. At least call it both ways. Like that's it. But here's my admission to you guys, because we are open books to each other.
Everything you just said was a lie.
No. So U of A basketball games. I have found out who the refs were going to be at the game, what their names were,
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
and call them out by name. And like they'll come to the scores table like before the tip off, and I'll go, Ken, and they're like, look up, and I'm like, have a good game, man. It's like,
Who's that?
yeah. I was like, Burn, come on, man. So when you use, like, if you want to talk to the ref and have them hear you, let me give you a word of advice. Know their names.
Yeah.
Because officials are not used to hearing their names at a game.
Yeah.
So yeah, I sometimes do that. Sometimes do that. I learn who the refs' names are. Sometimes I look it up.
It, don't they? Like on the like.
It's at the bottom of the ESPN
Yeah.
thing, and it's also sometimes part of the pregame thing.
Mhm. And
And then sometimes then I've got to actually do internet research and match the names with the pictures, so I know who it is, right?
Has anybody like got mad at you?
No, actually, the people around me have asked me like, "We need you to get involved."
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like a referee. The referee didn't tell you like, hey,
No, there was
Ollie,
a
chill
couple of years that there was a couple. One of the guys, I think, was a doctor with the university. Like I would yell something, and the wife would just always turn around like this at me, and I'm like, literally like, "Go fuck yourself." And that's like,
it does depend on what game you go to, though. I noticed that like at like Arizona men's basketball games or like hockey games, the crowds are like really rowdy, and they're like, it's always shouting something at the ref or shouting. Every time I've gone to an Arizona women's basketball game, the crowd is like so over the top respectful that like I'll say something, or like you'll even like clap for like a missed free throw from the other team, and they're like, well, that's kind of rude, don't you think?
really?
100%, dude. Every single one I've gone to, I'm like, I can't shout here because someone's nana is gonna look back at me and get upset, and then I'm gonna have this whole section against me.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the women's basketball, but like they sit there and they're like,
You got to sit in a different section, because I remember sitting courtside for a couple women's basketball games, and man, they were pretty bad with the referees.
Fair enough.
They were
Well,
getting
maybe
at
I'm just
people.
not sitting close enough.
Yeah, I mean, courtside, it's I guess not as much of a big deal. In fact, it's kind of expected.
Totally.
So I don't. Yeah, you might be in the wrong section.
Maybe I am. I just remember like, a couple times be like, someone misses a free throw on the other team. I'm like, yeah, let's do it again. And they're like, come on, she's trying her best. And I'm like, who fucking team are we cheering for here?
I know.
You're sitting next to the wrong people, brother.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm going to tell you this though, guys. Like U of A fans, we've talked about this many a time. Like the level of fandom and the passion for their teams and showing up. It's a whole new world in the Big 12,
Mhm.
and it's not going to be like Pac-12 was kind of soft in fandom too. Like sometimes you're going to get it, like you get it something at ASU or whatever, but
Yeah.
for the most
Otherwise,
part,
it
the
was like-
Pac-12 wasn't that like
Yeah.
aggressive.
Oh,
from
you're a Cal
fan
fan. Hey,
Yeah.
welcome to Tucson.
You're going to get, so like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong. I'm predicting a couple of fights next year.
Really?
I can see a Kansas fan, Baylor fan, a Houston fan. I can see them being in
Virginia
McHale and rooting their ass off and being that, like, we're shooting. One thing about McHale, when we shoot free throws, it gets dead silent.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you get that one person. I think there's going to be like fans of other teams, and they'll be like yelling
Yeah.
and like trying to do things and
Totally.
be Mr. Clapper after every good play. And I think U of A fans it's going to take an adjustment. They're going to be like, because, if you want to notice one thing about McHale is we take great offense if you root for the opposing team in any like outwardly expressive way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're going to have fans from other schools in the Big 12 come here, and they're going to outwardly, enthusiastically cheer their team, yell at the ref if Arizona, Homer, this team is overrated. You're going to get more of those people.
Yes.
And I think there's the possibility for conflict.
Mm. Well, and you mentioned how fans are, can come to McHale Center, and Arizona fans don't really like that. Like I've seen times where like a large group of ASU fans will buy tickets in one section.
Yeah.
And they will do everything they can to make noise. And as soon as like that little bit of noise is heard, as soon as you hear the ASU chants, Arizona fans are like, nah.
Yeah.
Let's drown out these guys.
This is our house.
Yeah. And they get into it and they drown them out. It's this constant competition, even at ASU basketball games. Like if ASU will go on a little bit of a run, ASU will start to make their chance, and then the large contingent of U of A fans there.
And that's good. That's healthy.
And but honestly, it really shows how strong, of a fan base Arizona has. The fact that they can go in their arch rivals arena and drown out the home fans' cheers.
Yeah.
And you could do that not just in Tempe, but you could do that at a number of venues in the Pac-12. And I'm saying that's not going to fucking happen in the Big 12.
Yeah.
It'll still happen at ASU.
Sure.
But,
it's not happening in Kansas.
It's not happening in Kansas.
No,
it's not
Iowa State.
No. And it's, if you have somebody, the great thing about ASU is they come in with their little yellow shirts to McHale and they make a little bit of noise. And then 5 minutes into the game, it's already over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, anybody want a pretzel or you're doing?
Are you guys driving back after the third quarter?
Yeah. It's two halves.
Huh?
Yeah.
Two halves, no third
Oh,
quarter.
that's right.
Yeah, it's women's basketball.
Yeah.
Still makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
I think college basketball should be in quarters, but men's basketball should have quarters. You do it in the NBA. You do it everywhere else.
I think it should be 3 20-minute periods, and also everyone should wear skates.
Be on ice.
And be on ice.
Ice basketball. That'd be interesting.
I agree with you. It should be 4 quarters. And actually, if you're thinking about like logos and other ways to make revenue, if you're doing TV, I think maybe 4 quarters might help you with commercials.
The first quarter presented by.
That would be what it takes, wouldn't it? Just like the media deals to be like, hey, we need more airtime.
We need to sell more inventory, and we
Yeah.
need you to go to quarters. Yeah. And
the second
But
quarter.
then again, maybe they're selling those like halftime ads at a premium,
no.
making more money anyway.
They've got 3-minute timeout. They almost make it quarters, like with all
Yeah.
the scheduled timeouts. But yeah, I don't understand why men's basketball is 2 halves. I don't really give a shit. Like, this is not the mountain I'm going to die on, but why isn't it 4 quarters?
Yeah.
And why is women's basketball 4 quarters and not 2 halves? And we asked Adia Barnes that, and she's like, you know what? I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Not even she knows.
Nobody knows.
So.
It's one of the great mysteries in life is
Yeah.
It's like, well, women need more rest.
Yeah.
And I bet you some dude, actually, that was the basis of his,
One of the great mysteries.
one of the great
The
mysteries.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon and 4 quarters in women's college sports.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's yeah. You said it perfect.
Programming notes moving forward. Spears and Ali Overtime will be on hiatus for a few weeks. So I'm actually after this week going to be taking some time off, and then I will be back for after Big 12 Media Day on July 9th and the 10th. So we're going to be off next week, also 4th of July week, and then the following week, I think maybe Mike Luke or somebody will be filling in. So Spears and Ali, as far as
You could give a shit the way you just described that. It's like something's going to be on. It's not going to be me.
something be on. And you know what? Not my problem. Not my problem. I scheduled my time off. I'm off after this week. So whatever happens after Friday morning, that's on Arizona Lotus / ESPN Tucson.
He will tweet about it, though.
So
The head means,
dude,
now
I'm
we
ready
know
to
you're
get
serious.
out. I'm ready to get out of here, man.
I know. 2 more days, dude. You
I'm
got
running
this.
on you.
All right. What's your regimen? What's your You're not
Cold-
going to sit around.
Cold plunge every day.
Really?
Well, I'm actually starting to make a new routine every morning now that I moved into my new house because it has a pool. And so every morning I wake up and I open up the door, I go outside, I jump in the pool real quick, get out,
That's a great idea.
take a shower. And I've been starting to do that now. I've actually turned off the solar heating. My pool is solar heated. And I turned off the solar heating. So I'm making sure like the pool is a little bit crisper.
It's good
colder,
for you. It's
colder.
good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
And to
And
start
it's
to
110
use that in the
degrees out.
morning.
Yeah, you got solar heating. It's called the sun right now.
Beef, get out of here. We're recording overtime.
I know. That's why I popped in. I'll play a game with you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Fire
All
away.
right. Well, Beef is telling us to get out of here, so we'll get out of here. But yeah, Spears and Ali is.
Wait, does he want to play a game
Yeah,
with
I'll
us on
play it your
overtime?
podcast.
Oh, on our podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
We should
shit.
do a crossover.
Okay.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Beef Vegan
Yeah.
from KFMA.
Jesus, you're so selfish. You'll come on my show all the time, but I can't come on your guys' show.
I didn't know what you were
And
doing.
this is on the
I don't like
YouTube
when
stream.
you get that
You know,
aroused.
I'm one of the 5 people that. Well, no, that watch it live. Okay, so
Wait, before you do this,
yes,
I've been wanting to do this with you a long time.
Yeah.
All right. And we're buddies, right?
yes.
All right.
So insult away.
All right. So it's like, hey, this is Be Vegan on KFMA. Hey, so tell me about like basketball, like the NBA, like Boston wins. How's that happen, Justin?
You like my setup?
Yeah.
This is you can tell I've unplugged a long time ago, so I'm like reading clip notes. I love sports, I just don't get to watch them all the time, man. I don't have them on my like 3 streaming services, so I literally need all the backstory from you guys.
No, I love it. I thought honestly, Beef, I thought you were coming in to like give a shit or give Andrew shit about something, but
No.
no.
I mean,
Andrew's doing good.
He still might.
When
No.
has he ever? But Brad's always been good to us. Am I allowed to say your real name?
Yeah, you can say
Okay,
my name,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
The big brain on Brad. Look at the big brain.
Look
on
at the
Brad.
big brain on Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Beef's been always good to us, man.
No, Beef is
Yeah.
awesome,
I
man.
try to show as much love as possible. I love what you guys are doing, and I don't know if you heard about this, but Snoop Dogg is sponsoring the Arizona Bowl,
Yeah,
right?
What?
When did
that happen?
Yeah. So
Ali, you're like you're in that organization somehow, right? Snoop Dogg, Arizona Bowl, go.
hey, you guys never fail to deliver when I do that. I just, I set it up. And to be honest with you, it's some of the easiest segments I have in the morning. I'm like, I don't have anything planned. Let's get Spears and Ali and talk to sports. What happened last week? Okay, so with Snoop Dogg hosting the Arizona Bowl, I want to play a game where I'm going to read you a summary of a Snoop Dogg song, and you have to guess what song it is.
Oh
okay?
shit!
I like this.
All right, so
Get everybody, get Mike Luke on. We need Mike Luke.
Right.
Yeah.
here's our first song.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a classic hip hop track by Snoop Dogg from his debut album Doggy Style, which is a laid back party anthem. The song portrays a carefree lifestyle filled with partying, drinking, and hanging out with friends. Snoop Dogg reflects on enjoying life despite any stresses or responsibilities, emphasizing a chilled, fun-loving attitude.
I'll take this one. Rolling down the street, smoking
Endo.
endo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right,
Really
so-
good book report of that. song.
Absolutely, dude. These are summaries. These are book reports on gangster rap songs. Okay, so what about this song? Okay, it's a hit single by Snoop Dogg. All right, that is a smooth, minimalistic hip hop track. The song focuses on Snoop's laid back lifestyle, confidence, and success, and refers to staying cool under pressure and reacting effortlessly to situations. Pharrell actually provided production on this with distinctive beat and tongue clicks, and has sparse instrumentation, complementing Snoop's relaxed delivery, and it's celebrated by a catchy hook that reminds you to always pick something up if it's too hot in temperature.
Drop it like it's hot, baby.
Yeah.
Drop it like it's hot.
What are tongue clicks? Like is Pharrell on the? That's Pharrell.
That beat, yeah.
That's Pharrell's tongue clicking.
No way.
Yeah. So
Did not know
Pharrell
that.
and the Neptunes, they kind of like made their sound known by just getting abstract instrumentation and putting it together. So they were one of the kind of the forefathers of letting people know in recording that you can make music out of pretty much anything.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So
The more you know.
last one. See if you can get this one. All right. So this is the summary of this song. Okay. It tells a dramatic story of a near-death experience and a deal with the devil. Snoop's character is shot and critically injured, prompting him to make a pact for survival in exchange for his soul. After recovering, he rises to greater heights of wealth and fame, but faces moral existential struggles. And the song's narrative explores themes of mortality, faith, and consequences of one's actions, all delivered through Snoop's distinctive lyrical style.
Is there a golden fiddle involved?
There's not.
There's not. So it's not Charlie Daniels Band, Devil Went Down to Georgia.
It's a golden 9mm Glock.
Mm-hmm. It's not Murder Was the Case. Or is it? Murder, or is it murder was the case?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Dude, go with your first
Heck yeah.
one.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Okay.
In that song, he deals with, talks about deal with the devil. And,
Yeah.
And all that. So there you go. Well, congratulations on playing the game. You guys aced it.
You did a great job yourself, man.
Thanks,
As usual.
Yeah,
you know what I like about you? The subdued level of energy.
Yeah. I slept in today and I'm like rocking out on Dutch Bros. So I'm coming like Kramer.
Caffeine and a pound of sugar. I'm ready to go.
And I'm just trying to fit into the camera so I just don't show off my man boobs.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You got to put the hand on the hip.
Yeah.
And like,
Wait, so
Yeah.
so this is the first time that Beef Vegan has popped over here, has been a part of our stream. Now, Beef, thank you so much again for all the help that you provide us
No worries.
and for giving us a platform to talk our shit a little bit and be a part of your platform. The fact that you opened up your door to us, like, we're always appreciative of that. So thank you, man.
I'm one of the only people in the building on this side that isn't like a selfish dick. So yes, I
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Well, thank you, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, I mean, technically, we're on this side too.
This side, we're good.
I don't know what you're thanking for.
But Beef Vegan Presents on Rock 102.1 KFMA, also your YouTube channel.
Yes.
How has that been over the last, 2 years?
No, 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah,
So, the evolution of Beef Vegan Presents, man.
Yeah, the podcast and growing it from basically 100 subscribers to now like close to 1,700 and continuing to go and trying to figure out how to build a national audience while still engaging with the local audience. It's been fun learning that and that craft, which is still, something that I learn every single day. And it's just persistence, dude. When you're putting together this content in this like media landscape that we have everybody creating and everybody throwing out there, much like musicians and songs, you just have to continue to just put it out each and every day. And you don't know what clip, just like what song is going to resonate and connect with an audience and help grow your audience. And so that's what I've been doing. And my musical chair of chairs of guests and personalities, that's what I present. I present you guys. I present my friends. I present all the different artists or, community like leaders that are here in town. That's the fun part of the show and the magic of the show. And then in between, you got a bumbling dumbass telling dick jokes, and that's me.
Wait, we have a community.
You're
You have
the
a-
glue that sticks all the dick jokes together.
but you have a community of people between people here, between your friends, the artists that come through Tucson, Arizona and perform, comedians.
Mhm.
And you got, folks like Rocco's from Rocco's Little Chicago bringing over, different slices of pizza all the time, man.
Did you have any of that pizza yesterday?
No, I wasn't here, but how the hell have you not gotten on that train?
getting
Rocco's.
I
They're coming
know.
with pizza for us.
He comes by a lot of like once every month or whatever.
Yeah, once a month.
Yeah, and talks with Beef.
And I always hook up. Yeah.
I-
And
that's
Beef
Tuesdays.
always shares.
Yes.
I know.
So Beef is my guy, man.
And he introduced you to the beef jerky guy.
Oh, Tom Marley.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'll tell you what.
So why are you such an asshole to him when he walked into his studio, man? It's like-
I thought he was like, listen, I didn't read the room. I was like, Beef. I thought he was like trying to tell Andrew about like something. And I'm like, Beef, we're working right now, man. Come on.
adding context and flavor to the podcast. So
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen on the
True.
Spears and Ali Overtime podcast.
we all work with like kind of different formats, obviously, but when you're working in an environment like this and somebody comes in and says, hey, you know what, you may want to think about doing something else or something different to make you better.
Yeah.
A lot of people take that the wrong way. And it's like, don't tell me what to do. I know it all.
Right.
Beef, I want you to know, man, we are open to any suggestions you have. And like, we appreciate your advice. You've helped us get better in a lot of ways.
So
And
much.
so our shorts, we do shorts now because
Yeah.
of Beef Vegan.
Yeah.
And
And they're looking good. You're looking good. What was it? The furniture store short?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's-
That was a really good one.
Shitload of furniture.
I see
Shitload
you
of
throwing out
furniture.
The hashtags and stuff. Yeah. So, So I'm a fan. I'm watching and liking and stuff. So yeah, just keep cranking it out because again, people will figure it out here soon enough. sooner rather than later. When are you gonna have Snoop Dogg on? I know you got to be able to pull those strings. I mean, honestly,
That'd be wild.
We'll see. But if I do that, I'm not going to tell these guys.
Yeah.
I'm just going. I have a guest. He's going to come on overtime for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And
You,
then
like pop in,
and then I'm like, send me the link. I'll send it to the person.
Yeah.
And then
I'll be a handler.
Well, I mean, look, the expression on these guys' faces. Now, they're going to shit their pants, so the smell of defecation in the room is not going to be good. But we'll overcome that. It'd be priceless, and I'll give you the heads up if it happens.
Yes.
So you can film these guys' expression. Actually, probably give it away if he's in here, but I'll try. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
No promises.
Fantastic. Oh, I mean, hell, everything else that you've been able to bring to the town, huge, monumental, and
Thanks,
I love
man.
showcasing it. So congratulations on everything.
Thanks.
That you're doing.
Hey, let's fill that stadium, baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
We fill that stadium.
I feel like a lot of people are going to smoke in that stadium. I know that you don't condone that, but I feel like you're going to see a cloud of smoke raised from the Arizona Stadium that you haven't seen before.
Did they buy a ticket?
Yeah, they'll probably buy a ticket.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'll let you guys wrap it up. Love you guys.
Love you too,
Beef.
man.
Thank you.
Catch guys tomorrow
Thank
morning.
you, man.
Yeah.
You're the best. Be Vegan presents, man.
Dude, Spears and Ollie's like a box of chocolates, man. You never know what you're going to get inside, especially when it comes to overtime. We talked about 4 or 5 things that we didn't even think about before the show started.
Well, hot dog was actually like
started as hot dicks.
Yeah.
hot dogs.
And then hot dongs. And some ad guys like, we can't really run with that.
Yeah.
And why didn't, I mean, they had ding dongs. Why couldn't you have hot dongs?
That's what I'm saying.
Did they have ding dongs back then?
I think ding dong's been around for a while. But I guess if you call something a dong and it actually looks like a dong, you can't call it a dong.
Well, isn't the dong like the Vietnamese like dollar?
I don't know.
Or the Korean dollar or something like that? It's a dong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chinese?
We're showing a lot of ignorance
Yeah.
here right now.
Well, no, Korea.
Korea.
Yes, because in the movie,
I'm afraid to Google it.
in the movie, the interview, they called Seth Rogen about the interview with the North Korean leader, and they said, we will give you or you have to pay so and so dongs, and he's like, did you say something? And did you say dongs? So
yeah,
it's funny how that's how I know Korean currency.
Yeah.
Through movies.
I mean, as long as you got there. That's why I hated showing my work in school in math class.
Yeah.
As long as you get there.
I was like, well, sir, here is your bowl of rice and a chicken. I'm gonna need 3 dongs from you. I'd be like, hey, Justin, Andrew, I need 2 more dongs. I don't
know. That'll be 3.5 dongs.
Oh shit, how am I gonna have a dong? I know. I'll grab the guy that's driving the new Tesla Cybertruck. That's definitely half a dong there. He used to drive a Humvee.
Really quick before we get out of here, I would just like to point out and appreciate the fact very quickly that we're all wearing black graphic tees today. I'm finally rubbing off on you guys.
My office is closed today, so I dressed very casually. No collared shirt. Okay.
I don't know what you just said that didn't disprove what I just said.
Go with it.
Shout out to my niece, by the way, who got me this for my birthday.
How old is she?
She picked this out. Well, she picked it out.
How old is she?
She's 3, almost 4.
She picked it out.
Yeah, she picked it out.
Not with any encouragement from one of her parents?
No, pick out a shirt.
She pick out a shirt and it's that one.
Yep. She picked this out. And when she saw me on Father's Day, when I took my brother golfing, she was like, Uncle Justin, I picked out a shirt for you. And then she gave me that and then told me happy birthday.
You picked up your brother in Phoenix?
Well, he lives in Santan.
Oh, he does?
And the Post Butte golf course was like 15 minutes from his house.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
It was very nice of you to drive all the way up there to play golf with him on Father's Day.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I mean, I love my brother, and he's a great father. I want to make sure that, he felt the love on Father's Day.
I'm sure he did, buddy.
Yeah.
You are a good brother and a good uncle.
Thank you.
I don't know. I love my nephews and nieces, and if they lived basically a 2-hour drive away, and it was like I don't know, my nephew just graduated from like 5th grade. I would have been like, yeah, FaceTime.
No, I like to be.
Do you graduate from 5th grade?
Dude, these days, man, everything is a graduation,
Huh.
and everything is a ceremony.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's we just conflict, failure, struggle. Those are all important for a kid to experience so that they can actually handle it when they're on their own. And we're in the era of parents trying to be their kid's best friend and gentle parenting instead of just parenting and try to help them, teach them the values to help them, and to give them the tools to be successful later in life. I mean, there is a phenomenon now. You guys, like, where parents are going to job interviews with their kids, like, not for like even going to Baskin Robbins is crazy, but like law firms, accounting firms, like
That's wild.
big 100 accounting firms. There's a buddy I know. He's like, he brought his mom, and I'm like, you didn't hire him. He's like, fuck no. So parents out there,
see that,
stop it.
That's almost as wild as ketchup on eggs.
well, like my mom drove me to my interview at IHOP. That's because I
Drove you? Did she walk into the IHOP
no,
and
she-
sit in the office with the manager?
No, she waited in the car.
Did she fill out your application for you
No.
and then actually do the interview for you while you sat there silent
No.
like a lump of clay? No. Where I know why?
That's weird.
She drove you. She mothered you.
Yeah.
She's it's just like I get worried a little bit sometimes with, I mean, it's not everyone, not all parents are made the same. Not all U of A fans are the same.
Justin.
Life is gray. Yeah. Not everybody learns the ref's name so they can say him out loud at the game. But I told you guys, you're going to have kids.
Maybe.
And then if you have kids, you're going to, the friends you have and had before that you loved hanging out with, when they have kids and you have kids and you see the way they parent their kids, it will change your relationship with those people. There will be people that are right now you love them, you love going to have a beer with them. And then if you have kids and they have kids and they don't have no parental control and their kids just are running around and they're goddamn get everything they want. And it's just like they change their voice when they talk to their kids, and it's like always appeasing. You're going to be like, I don't want to hang out with that person anymore. They suck. Facts.
Damn. So keep your eyes peeled, parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Justin and Andrew will be judging.
Yep. Always. Always watching Wazowski.
Always. Nice.
Thank you.
Little Monsters Inc. reference. Kind of end the overtime.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to my
Back at
niece
Keith.
once again for the amazing shirt. Thankful for you. Love you guys.
Final notes.
Yeah.
Final notes.
Yeah.
So Christina's son is he's 14 years old. He's a cool kid, man. And he's like really growing into himself, and he's a really good athlete. And he's a good looking kid. And so I'm sitting down, I'm watching the US Open with her, and he goes, "Hey mom, will you buy this for me?" And I'm like, she's like, "What is it?" "Puka shells." And I looked at him and I said, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, I want to give you so much shit right now. And I'm probably going to." And I did, but I'm like, I want you to know we all go through our puka shell stage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all look back with horror. It's like, what were we thinking? So I'm just going to tell you right now, that's going to happen. There's going to be a picture with you with puka shells.
Yeah.
But right now it's cool. And you think the ladies like it. And, you're tanning and doing all that stuff. And you look good. And he's playing for CDO football. He's weightlifting. He's great shape. He's getting ripped. Hey, dude, I get it. Like, I just want you to know, when you reflect back on it, you're going to say, oh yeah, that was my douche stage.
Yeah.
But when he said puka shells, buddy, I wanted to get on a FaceTime with you. And I just left him alone.
Yeah. The puka shell phase is cringy.
That's like the Spartan trial for guys now, where they'd send out like 10, 13-year-olds and stuff out into the woods to kill a wolf or some shit.
I know. Dude, I did. I had the gold chain and, all that stuff. And like, I make fun of like the guys. Yeah, we're still there.
I mean, but I wear it under my shirt. It's not like I'm like,
Yeah.
here flashing all my
Dudes
chains.
who wear a bunch of jewelry, it's just like, it's annoying.
Well, you don't want people to know you're in the Illuminati, so you probably should put that under your shirt. That's why he wears all the Al shirts.
Yeah.
But, the thing is like, if you reflect on things like, as lawyers, like the young lawyers, I hear my partners like complaining about this or that. I'm like, we were exactly the same way, right? We didn't understand what overhead was. And it's like, well, I'm bringing in this much money. How come I'm not making more? It's like, well, dude, rent costs something. The computers cost something. We have staff. It's called overhead. I was the same guy. And, as much as I've made fun of like, now it's the Birkenstocks and socks thing is a really popular. And I'm like the sandals and guys showing their feet and stuff. And we go to my parents' house and she and her kids come in and they're like, oh, who are you walking with there? I'm like, oh, that's the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. He was my teacher at Cambridge. And they're like, you're wearing sandals. I'm like, yeah, I know. Fuck.
It all comes back.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I know. I'm telling you from experience, right? I also went through a very glorious douche stage.
Hope everyone has a great 4th of July. Bring out those puka shells or not. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't be that douche.
Yeah. Go for it, man.
You
only live once.
Yeah.
Have a great 4th of July, everyone. We appreciate you guys for all your support here on Spears and Ali. Hit us up on Apple and Spotify, also YouTube as well. Subscribe and share with all your friends. We greatly appreciate that. We'll see y'all in a few weeks. Appreciate you guys.
Stanley Cup Finals. It was like, there's a team in Canada. Why are they called Edmonton if it's in Alberta?
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
My mic smells like Beef's coffee breath.